Have you heard of the graduate certificates in Ontario? Well, my name is Sean Elliott, and I am a career counselor at Georgian College, a professor in career development at George Brown College, and an experienced leader in post-secondary education and in industry. Let me tell you today about how these unique credentials at Ontario colleges could be incredible options for you to consider in unlocking opportunities for your future. However, if you don't hear some important details before enrolling, the shortcut taken with some of these graduate certificates could drastically affect your pursuit of graduate education needed for some academics or professions. To understand these graduate certificates and the growing appeal to these credentials, you need to have an overview. Ontario colleges offer 1 to 2 year postgraduate certificates to focus on career occupational competencies. Admissions to these programs require an undergraduate diploma or degree as a minimum for entry. And these pathways are actually unique credentials in Ontario colleges that allow for seamless progression from generalized education to specialized training and certifications in a specific occupational field. However, if you're on track to grow in your academic credentials, maybe towards a master's degree or a PhD or other research related education, graduate certificates cannot be applied as a credit toward a master's degree in most cases. And because of this, before starting, this could be an apparent shortcut and could actually create additional time if you're considering further graduate education. Matter of fact, as a professional career development practitioner, I completed a graduate certificate in this occupation to obtain my professional designation. But when I wanted to enroll in a master's degree to build on my research and academics, none of my courses from the post-secondary graduate certificate were considered for admissions or transfer credit. And although many professors in Ontario graduate certificate programs teach at a graduate level, the courses cannot be transferred into other degrees on the most part unless there is a pre-existing agreement in place with the institutions. One of the top reasons why you would want to consider this unique Ontario credential is the occupational relevance. Graduate certificates can be a great way to enhance your qualifications in a specific occupation. You see, some professional associations consider these graduate certificates as a step towards obtaining professional designations, such as an HR professional, a career development practitioner, a health and safety professional, or an advanced paramedic, just as an example. When you compare the average cost of a university-based master's degree, which can exceed over $50,000, okay, for domestic students, the costs of a graduate certificate are considerably more reasonable. And college programs are approximately 40% less than university on a typical basis, but will differ according to each program. And you can only imagine as international students, they will sometimes pay 2 or 3 times the amount of this. So you can see why there is such a growing appeal for the Ontario Graduate Certificate because of costs. Now, with some of the programs, though, including some forms of work integrated learning, such as a co-op work term or an internship, there can actually be opportunities to make some money during your program and to build your network in the industry too. Employers in Ontario value the specialized knowledge and the practical training that is gained through graduate certificates. With the growing number of international students that have come to Ontario with previous diplomas, degrees, work experience, the graduate certificate can give Canadian experience, Canadian training, and even networking into the industry. And so the research also demonstrates that graduates from these programs earn a higher income, and professionals from the industry often volunteer by participating in program advisory committees at the Ontario colleges. So, due to the industry recognition and the engagement with professionals, there's increasing opportunities for students and graduates of these programs to network. And through co op work terms, field placements, internships, career fairs, industry events, networking can really accelerate your career in the field because of your graduate certificate program. Since launching the Ontario College Graduate Certificates in 2005, there has been exponential growth, over 7 times the amount of growth since they first started. Now there are over 1,428 graduate certificates to pick from. And so if you go to ontariocolleges.ca, you'll see a variety of occupations represented in agriculture, arts and culture, business, career and preparation, hospitality, computers, education, environment, engineering, transportation, justice, professions and trades, health, and media. Well, the question is, then why Ontario? Why do we see so many in Ontario? Ontario is the most populated province in Canada, and as a result, we see the highest number of post-secondary institutions in the nation. Ontario is also a significant provider of Canadian college programming, and the government has actually pushed higher education in Ontario for outcomes and competency-based credentialing, which you actually see built into graduate certificates. So this propels really the development of these kinds of certificates to meet the economic drivers in the province. And so if you're interested, check out one of the 24 publicly funded colleges in Ontario by going to ontariocolleges.ca. Now, before jumping into one of these programs, make an informed decision by evaluating your career goals and how these specialized programs are relevant to the occupation and the qualifications needed. Now, keep in mind if you're wanting to pursue a master's degree, although these programs are more reasonably priced, they cannot be transferred at a later point. So the motivation for taking these programs can be intrinsic in helping build your professional competencies, your leadership skills, your social interaction and networking in the field, and even self-determination, such as maybe building your plan for your own business. Or motivation could also be extrinsic for getting that job that needs this kind of certification before making the hiring decision, or to attain the specialized skills, or to increase your hiring earning potential. And so, as you reflect and consider your future, connect with a career consultant or with a college program coordinator or a professional in the field of where you're wanting to go to find out where one of these could actually take you. And so, in conclusion, a graduate certificate in Ontario can accelerate and enhance your career prospects. Now, for more information with some of the details I've mentioned, you can go to ontariocolleges.ca. You could go to ontariotransfer.ca, ontransfer.ca, or you can look up Laura Thurzal's article from Algonquin College on graduate certificates in Ontario colleges. Thank you for your time listening to this important video, informative time on graduate certificates in Ontario, and I hope this will help you to unlock opportunities for your future. Have yourself a great day.